Hello YouTube, this is Let's Talk Horror and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so this is the Let's Debate Horror Michael Myers video that I've been teasing for quite a while now. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say that I was able to watch Spiral from the Book of Saw last night. It's out on VOD, so I decided to just check it out. I'm not going to do a full video on it right now, or maybe I will, but right now I just wanted to give my quick kind of general reaction to it, and I actually thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a decent Saw film, and I say that as someone who is not a huge fan of the Saw franchise. I've made that pretty clear, but I thought this was actually one of the better sequels, or if you can call it a sequel, in the franchise. You know, I would take this over a lot of those sequels. A lot of those sequels I forgot 5 minutes after I watched them. This, I liked it. I actually think Chris Rock was pretty good in this role. You know, I liked the traps. I liked the gore. The movie looks really, really good. It's easily the best looking Saw movie in the franchise, I think. The cinematography is great. I think the story is intriguing and it keeps you engaged. Just overall, I still have problems with it, and maybe I'll do a full-fledged video on it, but even for someone who's not a big Saw fan, this one was a pleasant surprise to me, and even still, one of the better sequels in the franchise. So, again, maybe I wouldn't put it up there with Saw 2 or the original Saw, or maybe even Saw 3. I might have to watch Saw 3 again. But again, a little bit of a pleasant surprise. It's definitely better than Jigsaw. It's definitely better than a lot of the sequels. So it's actually worth checking out, even if you're not a huge fan of the Saw franchise or just a casual fan. Okay, with that out of the way, that little brief review of Spiral from the Book of Saw out of the way, let's get into the debate portion of this video. This idea is one of the first ideas I had when thinking of what I wanted to do with this YouTube channel. I want to give my opinion, and then I want to hear from the opposite side on the issue, and that's in the comment section. You know, I want to hear a well-informed, honest opinion from the opposite side of this issue. And today it is the Michael Myers brother-sister storyline. I think I've said before, I did not like the brother-sister storyline. In fact, one of the big things that has always held Halloween 2 back for me is the inclusion of that brother-sister storyline in that movie. I don't think it was done particularly well in that movie. The reveal wasn't done particularly well in that movie. And I was really glad that Halloween 2018 completely got rid of the brother-sister storyline. If I had to guess and I'm not citing any polls, I admit, but from what I've gathered just from Halloween fans in general, it seems like the majority of fans like that the brother-sister storyline was done away with. While I feel like 70 or 75 or maybe even 80% of the fan base liked that and liked Halloween 2018 in general, I get that there is a very vocal 30 or 25% of the fan base that did not like that movie. And the people who really did not like that movie are very, very vocal about their displeasure with that movie. And I find that a lot of people that do not like that movie don't like the movie because they don't like the idea of getting rid of the brother-sister storyline to begin with. And again, I understand that the Michael Myers-Laurie Strode brother-sister storyline was a huge part of the Halloween franchise for decades. And I think people really did grow a love and nostalgia for that storyline that I just don't feel, guys. I just don't feel, and have never felt. I think I don't have that connection, because to me, it was a slippery slope. When you gave him that motivation in Halloween 2, 1981, you then went down the slippery slope. And then for Halloween 4, you had to expand on that motivation. And then for Halloween 5, you kind of had to expand on that motivation. And then for Halloween 6, you had to give it, well, why is he killing off his bloodline? Well, he's in a cult. And then in one of the cuts of that movie, he's having incestual sex with his niece. For what reason, I don't know. But any mystery that Michael Myers had it was taken away starting with that brother-sister storyline. And that's the unique thing about Michael Myers, is he has this mystery about him that just isn't there with Freddy or Jason or Chucky or Leatherface or Ghostface or whatever, is that there is a mystery and an aura around him that you don't really know his motivations. Like, let's be honest, we know what Jason's motivations are with each of his movies. We know what Chucky's motivation is, every time there's a new Child's Play movie. We know what Freddy's motivation is. Michael was unique in that you didn't know what he wanted and you weren't supposed to know. And I think it makes it scarier that way, because I think of it like this. Any single one of us could have been Laurie Strode. Any single one of us could have walked up to the Myers house and gotten the attention of the wrong person at the wrong time. I think that's very relatable, and I think that's very scary. When you gave him a motivation, it took that away. It took that mystery away. It's not as scary, because what you don't know, in my eyes, is much better than what you do know. It's the same thing with Billy and Black Christmas. Why I think Billy and Black Christmas is a lot scarier is because they don't give you too much on Billy from Black Christmas. The same thing that they don't give you too much with Michael in Halloween. You know the absolute bare minimum. From what we see, this is a 6-year-old kid in a small American town who just snapped one night and killed his sister. That's all you know. And that's all you ever needed to know. And it was frightening and it was scary. And it's scary when they take off the mask at the beginning of the movie and you just see that blank stare of that 6-year-old boy. It's scary. And when you give him a motivation, it's just not the same. In a way, Michael Myers becomes like everybody else. That's kind of my quick little overview. I get why people say, well, you can still have him want to kill off his sister or his bloodline or whatever, and it'd still be scary. But then again, as I said, then it's a slippery slope. Then you have to keep establishing motivation and establishing motivation and establishing motivation. And then he's just like everyone else. It's a watered down version of Michael Myers. And I just think it's better when you don't know what his motivations are, or if he doesn't have any apparent motivations. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. Again, I want to hear from the people on the different side of this kind of debate. I want to hear why you love that brother-sister storyline so much. Is it nostalgia? That's okay. If you have a nostalgic connection to that storyline that I simply don't have, that's perfectly okay. Like, I think I will always have a nostalgic connection to Halloween 2018 in a way, because it was the first Halloween movie I ever saw in the theaters. But like a lot of people have that connection to Halloween H2O. But so maybe that's why I'm really passionate about, the brother-sister storyline not being a thing. But overall, I just think it's better when that isn't a part of the story and the Halloween universe. Anyway, guys, that's about going to wrap it up for me. It's been a good video today. We are officially in the month of June, which means we are closing in on just 4 months before Halloween Kills is in theaters. It's great. It's awesome. I think we're going to get a poster this month. We could very well get a trailer this month. A lot of people are predicting June 11th as the big day that we get a trailer. We will see if we get a trailer. And when we do, I will be right here to cover it. So thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Let's Talk Horror. Comment and subscribe below. Thanks, and take care.